Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video, we'll be going through a unboxing of the high grade 1 to 144. I'm pronouncing it as Plutine Gundam. And this particular Gundam is out of the Gundam build Metaverse. And kit-wise, this was released back in 2023 by good old Bandai as always. I did get the kit from Hobbylink Japan. There will be a link in the description below. So, I was pleasantly surprised that we actually got this 9th and final planet system for the Plutine Gundam. Reason being, when I was much smaller, Pluto was still technically a planet. So I did grow up in a period where Pluto was the 9th planet of the solar system. So I've always had a general affinity to have Pluto as a planet. I know it's been delisted as a planet since, but some things you just keep a firm hold on to. Anyway, that was my rationale for that. Anyway, to the kit. Front of the box with some very nice cover art. We have the Core Gundam 2 in the bottom right. The actual, I dare say, the Pluto armor over on the left, and then all of it together to be the Plutine Gundam. Very, very cool. I do like the look. Bottom of the box, pretty much the usual rundown of all the relevant inclusions, accessories, etc, etc. There is a bit included, which is very cool. But because this is still a planet system, the armor itself is nothing new in the sense of what it basically is. But the design aesthetic does look very, very cool. So I do like that. Be interesting to see what the Core Gundam 2 Plus is. If the Plus actually does anything, or if it's just an interesting little recolor. It is a very nice color. Interesting to see what it looks like in the actual plastic. And just a few more tidbits about the kit. The interesting part is, I know it was mentioned in Metaverse, I didn't realize it was actually truth. Gunpla has been used for parts of, I believe, for the armor. So, there you go. Gunpla is becoming a bit more of a thing. So that, bottom of the box. Top of the box, front and rear shot of the Plutine, and then just some info back to Metaverse. Does look very cool. Interestingly enough, I keep swearing anything with the name Pluto must have a giant long staff. The reason why I say that, Sailor Pluto also had I believe she had a staff as her main weapon. Anyway, that's pretty much the outside of the box. Time to open it up. There'll be a lot of familiar runners, some not as familiar, but it'll definitely be cool to have a better look. Okay, front of the manual. So we've seen this artwork already, and we have some information again about Hiroto and the Plutine Gundam. At some point I will definitely want to read this because I'm obviously quite interested to see how this all pans out. I definitely won't read it while on the video though. Back of the manual has stopped being a back of the manual, but there is still the colour guide. I think I've missed this out in some of the previous builds, but there we go, we do have a colour guide. All the relevant parts, there's a few red crosses, but it's not too bad. We do have a bit of information about the Gunpla evolution point. In this case, it's about the Gunpla, which is very cool. Otherwise, pretty much building the Core Gundam, everything looks pretty much the same as usual. The purple does look very nice. And then building the back, and transforming it into Core Flyer Plus. And then from there, pretty much building the armor carrier, the armor itself, attaching it onto the holder, and then pretty much how to convert everything into the actual Plutine Gundam. And the various weapons included. So, very cool. It does feel a bit bigger than some of the previous manuals, but I guess not all of them, with the exception of, what, Earth 3 and your Raven were all bundled together. But that is still very cool that the final one. We don't get them two separately, it's all actually the one kit. So that was the manual. Quick look at the included sticker sheet, fairly nice and small. I think we pretty much have a good idea of what those green ones are these days. Now, as for the runners, multicolor A runner, predominantly in purple. There is a interesting olive green, maybe. We do have some clear translucent green and a very nice, I want to say midnight blue, but that's maybe not the case. But it does have that little blue-purple type look about it. Very nice colours, to be honest. I'm looking forward to putting this one together. That's the A runner. Single B runner in black. So this will be for the actual armor components. I suspect it's probably a rehash of someone else's. It was printed in 2020. It has been a while since I've done one of these, so I cannot comment off the top of my head who it possibly could be. Then yeah, it's just base armor. So that's the B runner. As I said, I think that's in a black. We have the C runner in, it's like a very dark blue border grey. I feel like it's more of a dark blue. More of your joints, connector parts, stuff like that. We have seen this runner plenty of times from when I've looked at the previous Planet armors, which to this day I still need to finish. D runner still in that very interesting dark, well, very dark blue. So we have the Planet Flyer, things like that. We have another multicolor runner, the E runner. Still a bit of that purple, bit of black, that interesting blue and that interesting green. It is very nice coloring. Now I don't know why we get another one of this. It might not be the exact same piece, but it's interesting that we get something similar. Unless it's being replaced, especially for the plus. So that's the multicolor E. We have a single F in, feels like that dark blue again. Now I think this might even be the Gunpla. This has an interesting feel about it. So the F runner. We have two Gs, both in white, carbon copy of each other. So a lot of those interesting little bits and pieces. Now I'm fairly certain this is Gunpla. Just that interesting feel about it. Not flimsy, but you can tell there's a slight difference, and I'm sure, since it doesn't have like the ABS tag on it, it's definitely not that. But there you go. So we have two G runners, both in white. And then lastly, to wrap things up, Polycap 002 in grey. Some of these will be used, some of them won't. And we do also have SB9. So we do have some included beam sabers in the usual translucent pink. Very cool. And that is pretty much the end of the unboxing. So as I said, that's the end of the unboxing for the high grade 1-144 Plutine Gundam. I'm very glad that I can now have a full planet system set. As I mentioned probably about a minute and a half ago, I do need to finish them. I think the last few are still outstanding, which is fine. They have been snipped out, so they're actually close to being built, but not quite there yet. But yeah, looking forward to putting this together, and the other recent kits that came out for Metaverse, they all do look very, very cool. Even if some of them are just enhancements and upgrades of previous kits that we have seen, but thematically it works very well. Definitely looking forward to, as I said, putting this together. Thank you very much for watching the unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who continues to support the channel, whether liking the videos, leaving comments, or just generally subscribing. It is very appreciated, especially given that there has been a bit of a lull in the channel for a few months. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, which is good to look for work in progress images. Same handle as the channel, but there is also a link in the description below. With that being all said and done, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.